Before N3ON would launch his streaming career playing popular video game series like NBA 2K and Fortnite. Before N3ON would transform himself into one of the most toxic streamers on the entire planet, getting into beefs with everyone from Ali C. Lopez, Andrew Tate, FouseyTube, and more. Before N3ON would have around 23,000 followers on Instagram, over 200,000 followers on TikTok, and 509,000 subscribers on YouTube at the time of this recording. When the Indian-American YouTuber known as N3ON launched his streaming career with NBA 2K content at just 12 years old, well, no one in their right mind could have guessed this sweet little kid would become one of the biggest trolls on the internet. Now, not only did he evolve into relying on clickbaity titles, well, he's frequently getting himself into one dust-up after another with his fellow streaming personalities. Now, this endless supply of controversy, well, it's earned him a dubious reputation to say the least. So much so that when he was recently jumped and left shoeless in a park, well, almost no one online had any sympathy for him, especially because none of us believed it was real in the first place. Now, this 19-year-old is getting mentored by Andrew Tate. He's stepping into the boxing ring with N3ON, and he's getting slapped across the face by FouseyTube. Does he go looking for these hairy situations, or do they just find him? Well, you're about to find out all this and more on our latest episode of Before They're Famous. N3ON was born Rangesh Mutama on August 23rd, 2004 in the United States, but his family, they stem from Indian descent, something that N3ON, well, he is quick to often point out. Now, outside of those limited details about his past, though the rest of N3ON's childhood is shrouded in mystery, all we really have record of is his life online, which began back in May of 2016, when N3ON officially created his YouTube channel at the age of 11 years old. Now, he wouldn't post his first content until a few months later, in October of that year, with an NBA 2K17 point guard build. Now, for the next 3 years, well, N3ON's channel, it would grow slowly as he kept his face hidden and his personality in check. Now, many of his videos during this time frame, they received less than 1,000 views each, but that all began to change in 2019 when he decided to unleash his inner rage. Now, with more attitude than ever before, well, N3ON, he began inventing stories wholesale, calling himself Ronnie 2K's son, in reference to the popular NBA 2K streamer. Shortly after reinventing himself as one of the least chilled teenagers on the planet, well, N3ON shifted his content strategy away from 2K and he began streaming the popular video game series Fortnite alongside his cousin Horsing. Switching to Fortnite will ensure there were more eyes on N3ON than ever before, and he decided to capitalize on this newfound popularity by posting videos that read like clickbait with exaggerated titles and thumbnails that never quite matched the actual content of his videos. Now, some of them were flat out staged, like that time he said his parents, they were going to have him committed to a psychiatric hospital for just raging too hard. The most obvious example of this happened in December of 2019 when N3ON posted a video to his YouTube channel titled N3ON is Dying. Now, the clip, it was allegedly uploaded by his younger brother who wanted the world to know that N3ON, well, he was suffering from a brain tumor and he was actually in critical condition. Now, following that reveal came a series of videos in which N3ON's condition deteriorated to the point that he finally passed away. But of course, none of that actually happened. Now, 5 days later, well, N3ON, he would reappear on his channel in a video titled I'm Alive, pretending that the rumors of his demise were greatly exaggerated. Now, angered by what he'd done, well, multiple YouTubers, they would expose N3ON's lies, but now that he had stumbled upon his magical growth formula, well, this young streamer wasn't gonna let what anyone else thought of him, stop him from doing what he was doing and continuing to push the proverbial envelope. 2023 would prove to be a massive year for N3ON for both good and bad reasons. Now, after establishing himself on YouTube and steadily creating content for years, well, he took a break from the platform to focus on streaming services such as Twitch and Kick. He then experienced his breakthrough moment in May of that year when he hopped on to N3ON's live stream and began relentlessly tearing into Ross's guest, and this was viral sensation Ali C. Lopez. Now, he spent the last couple of years building a brand off of his out-of-control antics and willingness to say pretty much anything. Well, that clip was the perfect encapsulation of who N3ON had become. Now, a few weeks later, well, N3ON, he would introduce N3ON to another popular influencer, the notorious Andrew Tate. Now, after Tate roasted N3ON for having asthma and looking like a nerd, well, the teenager lost his cool, unleashing a tirade on the top G. Not that it seemed to bother Tate at all. To be fair, I've seen some before there were famous clips of Andrew Tate, and he was a nerd. They actually looked a little alike. Anyway, with his online exposure as its zenith, well, something something unexpected was bound to happen, and it finally did in early August of 2023 when a disturbing video appeared on N3ON's social media feeds in which 3 masked assailants are seen roughing him up and stealing his kicks. Now, of course, this being N3ON, the kid who faked his own death, well, the authenticity of this video was immediately called into question. Now, after all, why would N3ON share video proof of himself getting humiliated on his own social media? Now, whether his fans believe him or not was inconsequential. Now, shortly after that video was released, well, N3ON, he uploaded a new video to YouTube in which he discussed the possibility of retiring as a content creator after what had happened. Seemingly broken-hearted over the turn of events that left him feeling emasculated, well, N3ON ended that video by promising the next time his fans saw him, well, he'd be a new man. And for once, well, the kid wasn't lying. In response to the attack on N3ON in August of 2023, well, Andrew Tate hopped onto TikTok and expressed sympathy over what had happened while offering N3ON the opportunity to fly to Romania, where Tate would teach him how to properly defend himself. N3ON agreed to take Andrew up on his offer, and the next time he showed his face on social media, well, he was supporting the trademark Tate buzz cut. From there, N3ON, he began to share content showing himself getting into fighting shape. Not impressive fighting shape, mind you, but, well, fighting shape nonetheless. Now, N3ON, he joined colleagues like Aiden Ross and FuziTube at the Boxer Gym in Miami for some combat training. Now, eventually, Ross, he even stepped into the ring with N3ON, and the result was, well, not exactly pretty for either of them, if I'm being completely honest. Now, that particular battle, it wound up ending via TKO with Ross taking home the win. Now, if you can call that a victory, you can have it. Now, after witnessing N3ON's technique firsthand, well, I'm gonna guess he never made it to Romania and Tate after all. But he wasn't done getting into physical altercations just yet. A couple days later, well, N3ON, he was hanging out with FuziTube during the later subathon, and things took a turn for the worse when the teen claimed Fuzi was far from perfect and openly mocked his veneers. I know he bit into something, he lost a tooth, and well, Fuzi, a man who's never exactly been known for his restraint, well, he snapped and slapped N3ON right across the face. Now, if these past few weeks haven't made it clear to you that N3ON will never ever change, well, I don't know what else you need to see. I don't know what else you need to see. I mean, he's found his brand and he isn't afraid to embrace it, no matter how contentious it might be. Will he one day rise up the ranks to stand atop the streaming mountain and be the king? Honestly, well, probably not. But you never know how far controversy will take you in today's day and age, which means all we have to wait for now is how things shake out, because this has been before they were famous. All right, I got a question for you guys. Can social media influencers maintain a career built upon a foundation of controversy? I don't know. Some have, for sure, but people just want more and more, right? Eventually, you have to become a fighter if you go that way. Let me know if you think N3ON will continue to thrive in the comments down below. Let me know what you love about him, what you hate about him, whatever it is you want to say. And we filmed a video on FuziTube titled The Comeback. And now, you know, what is it? It's going to be something else. And I'm rooting for the guy. I hope he wins. Anyway, my name is Michael McCarthy. I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!